Dear friends, the next video is VB.NET Listbox. As you continue to watch my videos, you are going to become very knowledgeable. You can see on my screen, I have Listbox. In the Listbox, for example, if I select the game that I play, for example, I'll say cricket, and if I hit on this button, you can see it has come. If I click once again, there are two times. Let's say I would like to remove it. So this is how we can add the different things that are there in two list boxes. From this list box is coming to this list box, how this can be designed, and overall how these values can be used when you hit on submit, those values, how it can appear. I'm going to show you in this video. All right. So the very first thing that you need is the toolbox. In case you do not see the toolbox, you know how to enable it from here. Now in the toolbox, I'm going to first pin the toolbox and let's look for something called list box. So I'll say list and you can see the list box has appeared. All you have to do, simply drag the list box. So for our example, how many different list boxes I need? 2 list boxes. And then I need label. These are the design elements. Let us first drag and drop and then we would do the coding. Now for this one, let's say a person is entering his first name, last name, email ID, and then he's selecting a game. I would like to show what game he has selected. Okay. And then a couple of more design elements that you need is a button. So I'm going to place some buttons, some 2 buttons I'll place in between. Okay, let's align them properly. Maybe I'm going to keep it one here, maybe one here. This list box slightly, I'll drag it. Okay, so the design element is ready. Now what we need the property box. Let's pin this. Let's select the first label. So here I would like to show the games. So I'm going to say select games. So this is the design name. I would like to actually change the text name. So what I will do, okay, I will leave the label as it is. In the text property, I'm going to say select games. Fine. So now it has appeared. Now here I would like to show certain games. Some of the name of the games I am going to type it. So for this, the property where you would like to add this things called items. Do you see items? And here is the item button. I'm going to click on this particular 3 dots. And all you have to do, pretty simple, simply start writing. Let's say, let's write the first game as cricket. Then I'm going to say football. Then I'm going to say basketball. Okay, anything of your choice, you can write them. And then what else? Maybe handball, right? So I'm writing few game names here. And I'm going to click on OK. The moment you do this, now if you simply run this code, what happens? All the things that is going to appear here in the list. Okay. Now let's see how it works. For example, you saw how the items can be populated. Similar way, here, this particular list box, let's change the name, okay, the design name or the element name. Instead of saying list box, I will say list or list box. Let's give some short name. Let's say LST box. And what is the name? Select games. Do it pretty slowly so that you understand what you are doing. Now list box select games. This is the name of the list box. Now let's simply work on the label 5. So here I would say selected games. Once is select games, the other one I'm saying selected games. Fine. And I'm not going to change the design name. I will leave it as it is because in the code I may not use that. For the list box, for the second list box, here let's change the design name. So I will say LST box, list box, and I will say selected games. So now we have named all the things. Now this button, how it appears, it is written button. So what I will do, instead of saying button, I'll use maybe double arrows. That means you select here something and then click on this, it will come here. And in this one, I'm going to change this text property to the back arrows, something like this. Done. Now what happens, if a person selects something from this item, it should get added in the runtime if he clicks on the button. So the button, when he clicks, it should get added. So where you should write the code, for the button you have to write the code. I'm going to double click on the button now. Okay, so once I have double click on the button, I don't need this property box. Let me hide this. I don't need the list box at the moment. Let's hide it. So anyone who clicks on that button, then it should go to the right side. So that means what I should use is the name of that list box. So list box selected. Okay, use the sentence. See, you can see selected games and select games. So selected games is the right side box. List selected games dot items. You should show the items. How? You should add the items. From where you should add the item? From the first list box. So I'll say list box select games. So anybody clicks on this, right? Control G, let me do it. Let me type it again. List box select games, right? So hit on tab, do not hit on enter because that will go down. Dot selected item. So anybody who is using the first list box where you are selecting some item, whatever is selected there, if somebody clicks on the button, then you should add into the right side box. So how it works, let me show you. Let me save this and let me run the code. Okay, for example, I'm selecting football. The moment I'm going to click on it, you can see it has come here. So it is going to add into the right side box. Getting it? So now let's close this. Let's understand once again what I did. So I went to the form design. So this box has a property whose name is LST box selected games. Selected games. Here it is list box select games. So only the difference is ed, right? So what is the code we have written? We have written list box selected games, which is currently blank, dot items dot add. What you should add? Anybody who is using the left side box, list box select games, whatever he has selected, you should add it. That is the meaning. Similar way, if someone clicks on this button, then you should remove it. So again, double click on this second button. And you can see you have got a private sub and end sub, and within that you have to write the code. So how you should write, from where it should remove? Again, from the right side list box you have to remove. So I'm going to use this, and instead of saying add, here I'm going to say remove. Pretty simple, remove. It's more like an English language, right? Add, remove, items you add, like that. So remove, tab. So what I should remove? Whatever is selected in the right side box, you should remove, right? If I want to remove something, I should select in the right side box and then remove it. So all you have to do this time, you have to use the list box selected games, the right side box name. Okay, so do not hit enter. I list, once again, let me type LST box selected games, hit on tab, dot selected item. Whatever is selected on the right side box, if he clicks on this button, it should get removed. So I would use selected item, hit on tab. Pretty simple code. Now let's save this code, and I'm going to run the code now. Let's see what happens. So for example, I'm going to select, let's say, handball. I'm going to click on this button. It is getting added. Let's say by mistake I clicked a couple of times. Then what I will do, I'll select this item and I would like to remove. I'll click on this button. I'd again select one more item and hit on remove. So you can see how nicely it is getting removed. Let's say I'm going to fill the form. I will say first name Rakesh, last name Kumar, email ID, let's say rk@test. Okay, I'll put some number @.com. Now what I want, when anyone clicks on the submit button, currently it is programmed, the submit button is programmed to show, hello Rakesh Kumar, your email ID is this. Let's say I would like to say, and you like the game handball. Whatever the value is here, I would like to show that, okay, the value here is handball. So this is the value, it should automatically come. So how should I do it? So what I will do, I'll click on OK. Stop this and let's program this. So first of all, this program has to be done within this private sub of submit button. So here you have to write the program. First of all, let's create a variable. So what variable shall I create here? Dim, it's a string variable. So I'll say string selected game as string. So I'm creating just a variable. Now, how do you assign a value to the variable? Now let's use this variable that we have created, str selected game equals to. Now there will be slightly complicated. If you look at the form, this will be slightly complicated. Now remember, when you are selecting multiple items by using this arrow button and it is appearing in the selected games, now this we have to learn the looping concept. You loop through the items and then you show the items. That we will learn slightly at a later stage. At this moment, we'll just show whatever is highlighted in the first one, in the first select games field. For that, I'll go back to the code, and here the first box name is Listbox select games. Whatever is highlighted there, I'm going to show that, and I'm going to say dot selected item. Okay, and then all you have to do, I have written a small sentence here, and you would like to play ampersand this variable I'm using so that it appear as a message box. Let's save this, and I'm going to run the code. Okay, let's write some names. Let's say I'm writing Deepak, Kumar at the rate some numbers.com. Let's say, for example, this is a false email ID. I'm just writing it. Now let's say I'm going to select football. Okay, and I'm going to hit on submit. What happens now is, hello Deepak Kumar, your email ID is so and so, and you would like to play football. So this is appearing. But what is the problem here is, if I'm going to select another item now, so selected games are football and basketball. Now if I again try to submit, let's write some other name, Rahul Kumar at the rate something, right? Just for testing purpose. Now if I hit on submit, what happens? It only shows what is highlighted here, but it doesn't show football and basketball. So this you have to learn the looping concept as we slowly move forward, not at this stage. As we go forward, we'll go through the looping, for each loop, and all those loops we will learn. That time we will understand how that happens. So at the moment, now you have got a lot of concepts on how to use list of games. So stay tuned and watch my next video.